Party with Beyonce, 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 Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce.
Yeah, something's telling me we're going to need more popcorn. Curious headlines that are stating Beyoncé channeled Pamela Anderson. Channeling. What does that mean? When I looked it up, it says that basically you are a conduit for an entity. So a gateway, and usually channeling involves spiritual entities, angels, demons, that kind of thing. So her channeling Pamela Anderson is curious. So a Rolling Stone article on this channeling of Pamela Anderson says that Beyonce was using this as a way to encourage people to vote. And she dressed up in some iconic looks, Pamela Anderson's red bathing suit from Baywatch, and a play on Bey, Beyonce Bey, B-E-Y, as well as when Pamela wore the big fluffy pink hat when she was an iconic rock and roll, singer's wife. So she and Tommy Lee represented that real power couple, I could say, Hollywood rock and roll. And it seems that Beyonce and Jay-Z have that sort of blueprint, the whole rebel thing and on the run. I'm not sure if Pamela Anderson ever got involved in politics here in America. I don't know. Let me know if you remember such. But I will bring up in a bit her connection to Julian Assange. But I want to talk about Beyonce's voting type of activity, encouraging people through her influence, and leveraging the power of being considered the queen. And when they say it's the internet, they say it's Beyonce's internet. So people thank her when they get awards, and it's a strange way to worship a human being. I thought we weren't supposed to do that, but anyway, they even have a church. You heard of the church in the service for Beyonce. It's just so much to unpack there. But okay, back to her encouraging people to vote. She came out to support Kamala Harris. I did say it right, Kamala, and Mamala. And I heard, through Twitter's X, that she might have been paid a few $1 million, like maybe 10. What's a few $1 million among friends, right? To come out and tell people to vote for you. I don't know. It's something weird about that. If I thought about like being in grade school, the kids who always wanted to be the class president, what if they were like paying you to vote for them? Did anybody do that in your elementary? But okay, back to the adult stuff. Okay. So maybe Beyonce got $10 million to come out and, talk about she was there as a mother, not as a celebrity. She was there as a mother. And she was there for reproductive freedom. And she allowed Mamala, to use her song, Freedom. Freedom. What do you want? Freedom. And, this is the year where people are like, I'm over it. I'm way over it, okay? Authenticity is what is on the table right now, okay? Not collard greens that you washed in the bathtub. We want authentic. And, having to be paid to come out and endorse a political person is weird enough. Now, Beyonce did try that with Hillary Clinton. We were going to have Madam Hillary Clinton, a symbolic presidency for a woman. And this one was supposed to be a black woman, but Candace Owens and Black Alpha Network, they put a kibosh on that. So they couldn't do the black woman thing. So she became woman. Remember that? They dropped all of the identity things. And this didn't work. This symbolic push to have a woman president for the United States, it's just not working. And Beyonce's influence as the queen, of all celebrity, she's not able to, translate her celebrity. Especially this year, it didn't matter how many celebrities Kamala got to endorse her. None of it translated because it was, really embarrassing, the loss here. Let's be real. And the thing about Beyonce trying this with Hillary, now with Kamala, and she said she was there as a mother. This is the thing about how celebrity is now being scrutinized, is you could look through the comments, you could go on Beyonce's Instagram, and people are lighting her up. Her comments are in shambles. And people are saying, if you came as a mother, what about all the children that were involved in the Diddy stuff? What about the things that you possibly saw? I mean, what about the children that are coming through the borders, our open borders? It's so many children that are missing and unaccounted for. And the United States is the biggest purchaser of humans, okay? Mel Gibson told us this. It's very uncomfortable, but we need to talk about this. Now, Mel Gibson told us that children are at a high premium. A lot of people think, well, what would rich people need to do this? This is something that we fail to understand. This is an ancient religious system, a cult. And they trade in people. And then when they become so decadent, they begin to have strange proclivities and delicacies that they want. And Mel Gibson said that babies are like caviar in Hollywood. Now, let that marinate. Babies are like caviar. So they're not trading in money and things like that. They are trading in people. And all those people that are worried about slavery from the antebellum period, what about modern slavery? What about the open borders that aids in this kind of slavery? And what about all the statistics that show that it's the United States that are purchasing these children? Why? We need to look into that. Now, I want to come back to Pamela Anderson. I read the article from Vanity Fair, and I found her authenticity to be very refreshing. Very sad. She endured molestation and SA. And a lot of times that's when women start to become hypersexual. Those are the girls in Playboy and on the pole dancing around for money. Those are the ones turning tricks, twerking. And they lose boundaries because they've been violated. So that's why the whole porn industry needs to be demolished. But Pam Anderson was so bare, and I appreciated that. Now, she lives up in Canada. She says she's living a very simple life. Like, you could tell she's just getting back to her roots. And she's rejected the Hollywood scene. And now she has a connection to Julian Assange. Now, I want to look more into it. I want to see what you're going to say. But I want to bring this back to WikiLeaks. And that is what torpedoed Hillary Clinton's rise to presidency. We started looking at the WikiLeaks. Now, that's Julian Assange. And Pamela Anderson went to visit him. She's friends with him. So again, I want to unpack this in another video. Julian Assange and WikiLeaks is how we knew what Hillary Clinton was doing in Haiti. We started hearing about Anthony Weiner, Huma Abedin, and all these names. I can't say all of it, but the pizza stuff. There is something very interesting there. And Diddy, with this case going on, it's all going to connect. The Epstein, the pizza, and the Diddy connection.